Hi, and welcome to the BMC booth here at VMworld 2010. What we're showing here today is Cloud Lifecycle Management 1.0 demo, and really what we're talking about are some of the key differentiators is how BMC can provide heterogeneous provisioning management across both the private and public clouds here. And so in our demo here, we're looking at our My Services portal, and really this is what the customer's view of self-service request management. So this is where a customer can actually come in and be able to provision their own servers. So if I want to provision, say, a new instance, and again, I can choose here through these pre-approved packages that are defined based on my customer permissions. Do I want to deploy these server instances in the private or public cloud? So you can see here these AMI instances are actually for the Amazon EC2 cloud. So what I can do is simply select the size, and I want to provision this Linux server metric here. I also have the ability here, as I click through this wizard, to deploy applications as well. So this gives me the ability to have pre-packaged application deployments as well if I wanted a database server or an application server deployed on this Linux box as well. I also have the ability to enable monitoring, as you can see here. And what this does is ties us into our BPPM monitoring tool to deploy an agent and basic OS monitoring, any other kind of application monitor that we have set up as templates. Here we also then have the ability to choose compliance as well. So if I want Linux SOX compliance, it'll go ahead and run that compliance scan to make sure that we're compliant prior to deploying the instance. And then last but not least, it gives us the ability to have remote access ports. So here with a Linux box, I want to make sure that I enable SSH here so I can be able to remotely access the server here. So I click next here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a group name based on really what the customer can set up custom groups based on location, geographically. Maybe I want to break things out by application. It's just really an internal storage container that we can pick. Also, we have the ability to set an expiration date. So this gives us the ability to be able to not provision things too long if this is for a specific product, or if I'm a service provider giving this to a specific customer, I can set up expiration dates on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this for, actually I'll just set this for tomorrow, give us a full day's worth. And then last but not least, I'm going to give the password, and this is the actual root password of my Linux box that I am going to be deploying here. You also see under the system location here, so this is where I'm picking now the Amazon public EC2 cloud. So it's that simple here, and again, if I can both use this for both private and public, all from this same interface. I click next here, brings me to a summary page, shows me that this is what I'm going to deploy, no monitoring. This is the customer that I'm signed is. Just that simple. I click submit, and basically now what this does is it generates a pre-approved change request ticket in the back end of our ITSM change management suite. If I refresh the screen here, you see here that we've got to have our server instance being provisioned in the EC2 cloud. And you'll see here this is right now approval, waiting for that approval, but as I mentioned, it's a pre-approved change request, and kind of how we have things set up here for the demo. If I refresh this again, now you'll see we're in the provisioning stage. And this takes about 7 minutes or so to provision this, and then again it's up and running in the Amazon EC2 cloud. So again, this is kind of a quick demo of Cloud Lifecycle Management 1.0 from BMC Software.